Morning, lad. Just a quick one. All right, it wasn't really a demo video or anything like that. We know what we're trying to practice, so we're going to work. It looks like backswing is becoming a lot easier for you, especially with that little pause or just not so snatchy in the backswing. Okay, obviously height control. Okay, but I'm not too worried about that. Okay, we just got to now slot the arms as much as we can. Obviously use that right shoulder. Okay, but really try and work on feeling swing path. Okay, so not hitting out and across the ball. Okay, I think do a few where you try and learn what's a little in to out. That's not what we were looking for. We're looking for in, square, in. Okay, but do some in to out just to feel what it is. Okay, and then definitely feel the angle of attack. Okay, you got to learn what is steep, okay, and what is shallow. Okay, just learn to have that club shallow. And now, obviously, swing plane, arm depth, shoulder plane, all contribute towards it, but just feel it. Okay, so do some where you're just trying to hit from the inside, and then do some where you're just trying to be as shallow as possible. Okay, and we can get a feel from there how your club might, how your body might move a little bit more naturally to try and get the club into position instead of us trying to force the club into position. Okay, but otherwise, very much working on transition. Okay, so resist at the top, let the right shoulder drop. Okay, so that takes me into what the video yesterday was about. Okay, so the first thing I want to tell you is you're saying, oh, when I hit a 5-meter draw, it's lacquer, and then I hit a 30-meter draw. Okay, that 30-meter draw is not a draw. Okay, it's a pull draw or a pull hook. And basically what happens is, obviously club a little bit hooded at impact, okay, but you feel like you're getting there, but you're not. You're getting up and outside. Okay, club face a little bit shut, and then you release the face or close the face as well as swinging out to in. So that ball starts left, going left. Okay, so that obviously is a problem. Okay, if you hit little push draws that start right of target, in the long term that'll be a problem, but for now, in terms of your learning, that'll be great. Okay, so don't be scared of that, right? Okay, and then just that video you sent me, and obviously you tried it yesterday and it really was frustrating. Okay, look, it's good to sort of try and figure out a couple of things, but don't fidget too much. There's no shortcut here. We just got to be disciplined and drill it, let it happen naturally, and then figure out, we're starting to figure out how this works more in terms of delivery of the club and end result of the shot. Okay? But you can't shortcut it. So, yeah, obviously, similar to that hip height video you sent, whatever, okay, and this right elbow. Yes, those things are consistent with the great players, okay, with tour players and great ball strikers, etc., etc., okay? But it's a byproduct, okay? It's a position that is a byproduct of doing things correctly. You can't cheat it, okay, and then just put the elbow in there, okay? There might be one or two on a video that look like the club's a little more inside and a little more shallow, okay? But it doesn't synchronize with the body. So the sequencing and the movement pattern's out, and you're going to hit the ball all over the place, okay? And you're going to probably hit it generally shorter than what you have. So you kind of put it there, okay, but you haven't sequenced, so you haven't loaded the shot, you haven't stored any energy, you haven't moved your body into impact position, okay? You just kind of put the club there, and then now you got to try and sort of flick it close, all right? Which obviously means the body will want to rotate less, not more, okay? And you're just going to hit it all over the place, so inconsistent. Like I say, one or two might look good on video, and you might have one or two okay shots. You think, oh, okay, well, it looks better, it's shallow, and okay, but it's just not how it works. Okay, so very much in terms of how we're doing, okay, and it's very much why we work so hard on elevating this backswing. So obviously, if you get here, okay, there's nowhere to go here, right? But basically, what happens is once you set the club there, there's space for the right elbow. Okay, again, it's not a case of lifting it because otherwise you just kind of, with every club on every day, get it in a different position. And that's why it's so important to get this takeaway, right? So we set the club same place every time. Okay, then it's about sequencing. So if you resist this, okay, that's shoulders, club, and hands, and you shift a bit of weight and start to open the hip up, okay, and now you can start to figure out why we learned this in this order, okay, then when you reach maximum resistance, okay, the elbow gets pulled this way. Okay, now a little bit of that, and if you get the shoulders right, so you resist the shoulders, then you get a drop in the right shoulder. Okay, then basically you get correct arm depth and correct swing plane. So this move here, left hip versus resistance in the elbow, that creates the drop in the club head, okay, which we're getting closer to. All right? And then the resistance of the shoulder creates a little back tilt or the shoulder plane, which takes care of our arm depth. Okay, so that's how it works. Now, you're not thinking about that stuff when you swing, but that's how it works. Okay, so if you get the moves correct, okay, and then keep turning, right, then you get into that slot position. Right, and then you get there with way more flexion as well, which is obviously stored energy. Okay, so you get that internal rotation of the right elbow due to resistance. You get the flexion in the right wrist. That takes care of stored energy as well as swing plane as well as angle of attack. Okay, and then obviously you can release it from there. Okay, very similar to throwing a ball. Okay, you can't throw a ball like this. Okay, and that's kind of what happens if you try and shortcut it into some sort of random position that you think is the right position. It's a byproduct position. Okay, you got to be thinking more about setup position, takeaway position, set positions, transition positions. Okay, let the other stuff fall. Okay, but it is good to think about and notice. So well done. Okay, but it is what we're looking for if we do the other stuff correct. Okay, but you can't cheat it there, and obviously you can't get there if the shoulders are opening too early, and then you try and put it in here, and then, nothing matches there. Okay. So at the end of the day, your golf swing is a circle. We're still trying to get the circle as online as possible. Okay, but it has to happen naturally. If you just put it there, then all of a sudden, one or two positions might look better, but your circle looks like this. Because you're manipulating it all over the place. Okay, and that just leads to more and more frustration. Okay, so obviously before you try, you always run it by me. Okay, I didn't have time to reply. Well, I did sort of, and I said to you, I'll explain that stuff to you. You shouldn't have tried it. You did try it, and you got the frustration out of it. So that's good. Okay, but that's an explanation of why, an explanation of the pull draws. Okay, and then obviously what we're trying to actually do with the golf club. So I know you know and understand the movement patterns and you're working on them. Okay, start to understand the golf club. Swinging a little shallower, a little more inside, not over there, but we can't cheat it. All done with backswing and transition. Okay. Thanks, my mate. Practice hard. Obviously start with your backswing. Don't fiddle too much, okay, but focus really on sequencing and shoulder plane, sequencing and shoulder plane, or sequencing and back tilt. The same thing. Yeah? Okay, send videos, let me know. I'll talk to you later. Okay, sorry again about yesterday, but look, you got a much longer video today, so better. Okay, catch you later, my mate.